The Ford Ranger Super Duty is exempt from Anthony Albanese's new vehicle CO2 emissions laws here in Australia. Did you know that the NVES CO2 emissions laws could see Ford penalised over $250 million in 2026 because it doesn't sell enough battery EVs, plug-in hybrids and regular hybrids here in Australia? Instead, Ford is highly reliant on sales of its Ranger Ute, which is available with diesel and petrol engines, the Everest diesel four-wheel drive, the F-150 petrol pickup truck, and the Mustang petrol sports car. Because it doesn't offset the sales of those combustion vehicles with sales of EVs and hybrids, its NVES penalty under Anthony Albanese's CO2 emissions limit laws for new vehicles would be significant, potentially $250 million next year, and the laws get stricter in 2027, 28, and 29. So a big financial advantage is the fact that the Ford Ranger Super Duty, which has a V6 diesel engine, has been ruled exempt from NVES. Ford didn't apply for this outcome. It's happened because the NVES laws are capped at 4.5 ton GVM. But Ford has very carefully ensured that the GVM was no higher than 4.5 tons. Because at 4,501 kilogram GVM, the Ranger Super Duty would have become a heavy vehicle which has rules like zero blood alcohol limit, higher licensing restrictions, often more expensive insurance and registration, and things like requirements to keep logbooks while driving. So Ford has dodged both the application of the NVES laws, by what it really says is a happy coincidence, but also the more onerous rules that apply to owners and operators of heavy vehicles. That should make the Ranger Super Duty popular with customers with its high GVM and pretty strong braked towing capacity too. But it will also help Ford alleviate its burden under Albanese's NVES laws if Ford can convince some people that would have bought a standard Ranger to instead purchase a Super Duty. Ford also has a plug-in hybrid version of the Ranger that it added to the lineup in recent months. The Ranger PHEV largely achieves the same ends under NVES, while Ford is also trying to sell more copies of its Mustang Marquee EV. But its big win under these emissions laws for this year is the exemption of the Ranger Super Duty. We of course have a review of the Super Duty coming to the Chasing Cars channels, so make sure to give us a follow.